Hey, what's up, people? It's Seth. It is 10 o'clock on Wednesday. Oh, I'm not crazy about my lighting. Well, I'm crazy. Oh, maybe I just need to move up. I hope my nose doesn't hit the camera. So, what an eventful day, what an eventful week. I would like to introduce you to, I don't know what to call her. She was a naked, ooh, I feel a little bump. She was a Ooh, I feel 2 little bumps. She was a, naked mannequin from the Brooklyn unit, and there's the other naked mannequin. I call them Andrea and Charlene, 'cause she's an A cup and she's a C cup, I guess. I'm going by memory. Sadly, I'm going by memory. But, hope everyone had a great week. Hope everyone had a great 4th. I am sporting the, Charlie Chaplin, but the Nouveau Charlie Chaplin, so it has the little chin thing. It'll probably come off. I had an incident today with a, uh, a lady who I'm sure is a great dancer. That was my old man's line. When my dad would see someone who was not exactly a 10, he would say, "She's a wonderful dancer. I bet you she's a wonderful dancer." And as a kid, I'm like, "Huh? Well, how would he know if she's a good dancer?" Then as I got older, that became my go-to. I stole his line. So I'm like the Carlos Mencia, where I'm just stealing other people's material. So tonight we're gonna talk about the 4th. I will be constantly playing with my earpiece, but that's okay. Uh, so today today at Carvel, it's buy one, get one free. So today at Carvel in Wantagh, I went and got 2 sundaes, um, 1 for me and 1 for me, and, I did feel slightly guilty after eating 2 sundaes, but buy one, get one free. Come on, it's free. So, I'm wearing this shirt. Uh, it's a little sweaty because it was hot as balls. I'm even sweating now. I'm sweating like, it's so early in the show. I'm sweating like uh, a prostitute in a house of worship, a whore in church. Yeah, thank you, Jacqueline. So this is what I was wearing today, um, and I feel like it is a. I want to make sure everyone saw it. I feel like it is a. Uh, it's almost like, hey, I'm letting people know I'm vaccinated. So listen, I'm not a first responder, but I'm kind of like a hero. I'm letting people know I'm vaccinated. I'm also letting people know that, you know, I'm ready. So, but the woman says to me, "Your shirt is inappropriate." And I said, "Not really. It is more of a public service announcement. I don't understand why it's inappropriate. When you drive down to Florida and you see billboards for south of the border, it's advertising. You see, oh, been in an accident? Someone may owe you money. Call Schwartzbaum, Schwartzstein, and Schwartzberg. Uh, and there's a phone number that's advertising. So if you want something, you don't get unless you ask. That's all I'm saying. And also, public service announcement. Look, vaccinated and ready. I think that's beautiful. I think it's beautiful. So, but the lady was all attitude. Now, here is the ish. I think maybe it's me because I had an incident on the 5th of July at Seaford Bagel. I know, shocking. Seaford Bagel. And I know people are like, wow, you tell a lot of Seaford Bagel stories. I'm there every day. So it's part of the fabric of my life. But so I I don't go down Washington because it's on the south side of the street. I go down Jackson. Jackson. If I could have hair like Andrew Jackson on the 20, holy smokes. Talk about rocking a do. That is the ultimate hairdo. Andrew Jackson on the 20. What man would not want that hairdo? The wavy, beautiful. Oh, but I digress. By the way, as most of you have figured out, no teleprompter on either side. Look, the remote control. Oh, I don't want to spill my drink. The remote control is in the box. Listen. Oh, I did hear it through the headphones, which means you heard it. Uh, Now I'm like a prop comet. I'm like Carrot Top, but not with red hair and Jewish. Um, and I think actually I'm funnier than Carrot Top. So I think I'm much funnier than him. That thing you see dangling is one of the earbuds. Uh, I really, you know what's fucked up is I have in ears. I don't know why I don't just plug my in ears in that were custom molded. Uh, 2019. I wonder if my ears have changed shape, if my ears got fatter. Probably. But so anyway, I'm driving south on Jackson, make a left onto Merrick Road, and I see, lo and behold, what appears to be a spot. And I also see a lovely couple, lovely older couple. He was sporting the white belt, the white shoes. Fantastic. He pulled that off. I hope I can do that one day because he looked sharp, so sharp. And I immediately thought of the Joe Jackson album, Look Sharp, because on the cover are like white pointy toed shoes. So I put on my blinker and I pull up to pull into the spot. And with that, a woman, I use that loosely, in an Escalade, a brand new one, not like mine that has some miles. Hers is brand new. Goes around me and like looks at me, and I'm backing up a little bit to let oh, I'm motioning with my hands, you can't see. I'm backing up to let the guy go out, to let the guy pull out. So then I go to nose in, blinker still on, and this woman, and I use the term loosely, throws the car. Let's see who this is. We can all view it together. This woman throws uh, throws her car into reverse and starts barreling towards me. So I said, "Oh no," and I'm shaking my finger angrily. "Oh no! Oh no!" Kind of intimidating, unless you know me and you know I'm a putz, so it doesn't. "Oh no!" And she's coming towards me, and she just leans on the horn. Not nice, not a nice lady, and I use that term loosely. So, listen, I'm not gonna let her ruin my beautiful July 5th. I have a gig later that day, so I go into the bagel place, and I open the door to let someone come out, and this nasty woman walks by, pushes me in the chest and says, "You took my spot." The place is packed. There's no reason for anger, no reason for hostility. So I said, "That was my fucking spot and you should have put a blinker on." I shouted, and everyone turns and looks at me like it's me, like it's me. I think that the shirt I was wearing said, "Oh, I am the man from Nantucket." So every head turns and looks at me, and this lady gets in line right in front of me. So she says, "You wanna steal my spot online?" So I said, "Ma'am, I'm not sure why you're so angry. Number 1, it was my fucking spot. Number 2, why are you so angry? You're very angry." So they say, "Next," and she's telling everyone, "The guy behind me stole my spot." So I turn to the guy behind me and I say, "This lady is nuts." But I'm thinking if I say something, I look like I'm nuts. So he says, "How do you figure?" I said, "She came barreling towards me trying to steal my spot." He said, "I hope you didn't give it to her." I said, "Nope, nope, nope. She gets nothing." She gets up to order, and I'm right behind her, and she says, "I'd like, 4 flagels unless he's gonna steal them." And I just smiled and said, "Why are you so angry?" But I wanted to say, "Are you fucking kidding me? That was my spot. You got some set of balls." I order, and she's still going on because she wants her Munster cheese sliced thin. She wants a half pound of whitefish salad, not 0.51, not 0.49, but a half pound. This is how she's ordering it. Lovely, lovely. And for those of you who think you know, she had a very nice cross around her neck. I would have bet money. Doesn't matter. Doesn't matter. But I would have, which is terrible. It's stereotyping. So I finish my order and I walk around to the coffee area. This woman, and I use that term loosely, comes over to the coffee area and she says, "Great, now you cut me off at the coffee." I had already made 3 cups of coffee and I'm thinking, "Oh my God, someone there are children that came from this woman. There's someone who's married to her." Like, horrific. Whatever, I pay, I ask if I could have, if they could break the bill so I could leave a tip, and I go to leave, and she again, I'm holding the door for someone coming in, barrels by me and turns to me and says, "You stole my spot." So I said, "It wasn't your fucking spot. Have a great fucking day." And I look, and in the passenger seat is a man who is broken. This man looks so sad. This fucking guy fought, I'm trying to think of the age. I was gonna say at Anzio, Normandy. That would make him older than he was. This fucking guy fought in, let's go Vietnam. He fought in Vietnam. He fought because that's what you did, and he was survived that, and he came home, and he probably had, like, PTSD, and he probably had all kinds of shit going on, and this young woman, I use that term loosely, is waiting for him when he comes home. Who knows? He was flying a Huey, and he would go down and save people's lives. Who knows? This man looked so defeated and so sad. And I wanted to say to him, "Bro, get out of that fucking car. Come home with me. I have bagels. I have whitefish too." And I got more than it has to be an exact pound, half a pound, whatever. Point 0.5. I want point 0.5. I want it sliced thin. Show me when you slice it. Are you kidding me? Let them do their fucking job. There's 500 people online behind you. Let them do their job. Not nice. Not nice. Not nice. And I'm thinking, me. I feel like it's always me. Is it a full moon? No. I didn't have the Charlie Chaplin, so she can't say, "Oh, he has a Charlie Chaplin mustache, and that brings about bad feelings." You know, she would probably say a different name than Charlie Chaplin. But, it why the misery? Like, I could have fun at DMV. I used to date a girl who said that to me all the time. "Oh, you could have fun at DMV. Hey, I'm gonna occasionally move the mic." Oh, yeah. Sitting back is nice. Someone else asked why, and it was that chair, I think, oh, yeah, this chair has it too. Why the price tag sleeves are on the chair. Why are the price tag sleeves on the chair? Well, so if I decide I wanna change chairs, I hope no one from Raymore and Flanagan is watching, because 'cause I'll fucking return these. I'll slide the price tag in, I will return it. My ex-wife, her prom dress, and she didn't go to the prom with me. I went with a sweet, sweet, lovely girl. Next week, I'm gonna show prom pics. I think that would be funny. But, um, my ex-wife's prom dress had the no-go, the security tag on it, Schwartz. That got returned after the prom. It was worn and returned because it had the security tag. So then you go in and you say, "Hey, how can I possibly have worn this?" Meanwhile, you wore it. So I feel like if it's a one-shot deal, then it you know, my tux from the prom, uh, I rented. My tux from my wedding, I bought because it cost the same as renting. My son needed a tux, and he went into a thrift store, and he got a tux for, like, I don't know, 20 bucks that had tags on it for 2 grand. But I'm gonna take a peek at what I'm supposed to be talking. Oh, you know what? Uh, I did make some notes. So the 5th, we played the Gypsy Felons played in Lindenhurst. Yeah, look at that pick. I did take out my birthday Slingerlands. Those drums were built on the day that I was born. I also have a set. Look at that fat fuck. No, that's not a bad picture. Look at those Slingerlands. And Bill Dedamore will be happy. That's a pork pie snare drum. Uh, in I forget what they call it, patina. The finish like changes as it gets older because it's raw brass. That thing is sounds unbelievable. And that set was built the day I was born, but if you look closely, that set's in a lot better condition than I'm in. And I use an updated bass drum pedal, updated stands, um, stand with the D stands. I don't want you thinking about stand. But I do have a stand story. I think there might be one more Gypsy Felon pick. There might. Oh yeah. Oh no. I should have left it at 2 because this picture, you don't even see my face, and it looks like Chris has. That's the pick. Look at that. What an awesome. I got to tell you, it was an awesome time, an awesome band. Um, the keyboard player was filling in, and I would like to build a band around that guy because he was phenomenal. John Pentecost on guitar, Ted Nibola on bass, Chris Basillo on vocals, Chris's lovely wife on vocals, and uh, and Phil was the keyboardist. I almost said pianist with a T. Um, Oh, that is a funny joke. I just thought of a joke. I might have told it, and I should say it's a story. But a guy went into a bar and and he looks around, and I'm going to tell it wrong, but he says something to the bartender about like this is a cool place. So the bartender says, "Yeah, we have some cool stuff." He says, "Is there any music?" Bartender says, "Yeah, hold on, give me a second," and he pulls out this maybe maybe this big uh, little guy with a piano, and the guy's playing, and he's awesome. And the guy who came in said, "Wow, that's crazy. Let me get a let me get any beer." They give him a beer, and he opens the bottle, and a genie comes out, and he says, "Wow, that's amazing. That's amazing." So he says, the bartender says, "Listen, be very clear. Be very clear and speak loud and clear when you ask for whatever you're going to ask for." So he says, "I want my pockets filled with money." And the genie says, "Are you sure?" He says, "Yes, I'm sure. Filled with money." Poof. he reaches in and there's honey. It's filled with honey. And he says, "Dude, bartender, my pockets are filled with honey." And the bartender says, "Do you think I asked for a 12-inch pianist? 12-inch pianist? Like me." Oh, I heard a rim shot. Yeah. So we played in Lindy, and it was fantastic. It's the 15th year of the Gypsy Felons playing in Lindenhurst. I don't know if it's my 4th or 5th. I'm gonna have to go back and look at pictures. I just did a thing with Amazon where Amazon has some photo thing, and they store my pictures. Are they looking through my shit? I'm sure they are. They're gonna base their recommendations, their Prime recommendations. Oh, it's with Prime. I'm sorry, I should have said it's with Prime. So, so they're storing all my pictures, but every day they send me, like, this photo book of memories, and s knock wood, so far they've been good. I know it's gonna come a time where they're gonna send me, like, I don't know, shit from divorce court. Uh, who knows? Who knows? Pictures like with my parents, with my dad right before he passed, or pictures with my mom, the day of. Who, listen, life's not made of all wonderful memories, but they're pretty good. I mean, life is good. Uncle Pete used to say, life is good, but life is hard, but it's also good. And he was right. He was like a raspy voiced poet, like a little gangster, Jewish gangster poet. So yeah, so Mindy was awesome. Uh, this coming week, you will have the pleasure of seeing me in Freeport. Freeport peeps, I'm coming home. I'm playing with Joker's Wild at Otto's. We're playing Saturday from 5 to 9, like how I squint when I squint when I'm telling you about it. Saturday from 5 to 9, I'm looking at my watch to see how far away that is. July 12th. Oh, right, tonight's the 9th. We're gonna be playing some rock, some R&B, some pop. I saw the set list. Actually, I ran through it the past couple of days. It is such a great mix of music. It's very reminiscent of the 27 East set lists. Oh, there we go. I was gonna say I'm going more depth. So, this is John Pentecost's other band. It is, I mean, I enjoy playing with him. I'd play with him anywhere. Um, anywhere. It's gonna be a great gig. It's gonna be a lot of fun, and it's home, it's Freeport. So, I know you have to keep it below 72 decibels, but you do what you gotta do. So yeah, so that's pretty awesome. Pretty awesome, Freeport. Um, so Stan, oh, there's my YouTube page magically appearing because Jacqueline is on top of things. Did I mention, I forgot the names already. Allison and uh, Danielle. Allison and Danielle. They are mannequins from Brooklyn, uh, and they're sporting the Happy Hour with Seth T-shirt. So available for the asking. For the asking. We did a gig with Plan B, and we had just gotten our new female singer, Rebecca, and it was our first gig with her, and it was a benefit for a band who had their equipment stolen. I did most of the talking for Plan B. Gary Schwimmer was the male singer, Rebecca Bond was the female singer. They did a lot of talking, but I did a lot of talking because I booked all the gigs. So fuck you, I get to sing and I get to talk because I booked the gigs. So this was a benefit, and the band had all their equipment stolen. And it was a great night. We played with great bands. There was a band not the Fuse. It was the Fuse. Lou Matthews. This guy can fucking sing. He's in a band now called Idolized. It's a Billy Idol tribute band. They are phenomenal. My old keyboard player, John Lorifus from Plan B, is in there in that band. There, Lou is great. John is great. Every I met a bunch of people from that band. I actually went down and auditioned for them, and and I was kind of on the fence. They were kind of on the fence, and I told them I was on the fence from the get go because they were way out. For those of you who bet on the left eye tripping first, you win $25. I don't know who's paying it, but um, so the band's name was For the Taking, and their trailer was stolen. The band's name was For the Taking. So when we went up, they said, "Ladies and gentlemen, Plan B." We did a song, and I said, "Thank you all for coming out. Thank you for your generous support." But they really shouldn't be surprised because on the side of their equipment truck, it said For the Taking. And they shut my microphone like instantly, like shut my microphone. So that must be what Jacqueline and Bobby feel like. Like, but I'm it. If they shut my microphone, you're just looking at me with two mannequins. Uh, uh, Andrea and uh, Danielle. I think I've gotten that name right. Yeah, Adriana and Danielle. So I hope I get more mannequins this week. So Stan went to the doctor this week, and so he didn't work yesterday. Well, he didn't work with me yesterday uh, or today because he went to the doctor, and he said, "Doc, I'm having some vision issues." The doctor said, "I'm sure you're fine." He should go to my doctor, Dr. Schwartz, who his bedside manner is like, yes, no, yes. And if he's not laughing when I'm telling him stories, because I think I'm quite humorous. Um, but so Stan went to the doctor, and the doctor says, "How many fingers am I holding up?" Stan squints and says, "Two." Doctor says, "How many fingers am I holding up?" And Stan squints and says, "Six, five, five." So the doctor says, "How many fingers am I holding up?" And he holds up just his arm. And Stan says, "Two." The doctor pulls out his penis and kind of holds it up and says, "How many now?" And Stan says, "One. I only see one." And the doctor said, "Well, that's your problem. You're cockeyed." So he's cockeyed. But he'll be back tomorrow. That fucking lady she said I took her spot. She's out of her mind. She is out of her mind. Um, Out of her mind. So next week, oh, before we talk about July 4th, um, we should probably mention the sponsors, but there's a special, not a secret, not a, I guess a bonus, two bonus pictures because I'm a big believer in support your local businesses. I'd rather pay a little more and go to a small business than, you know, go to Abraham and Strauss or Stearns or Times Square stores. Um, Shit, I can't think of the name of the store that Stan said the other day. We were Gertz. Was my mom's favorite, Gertz. My bar mitzvah suit was from Abraham and Strauss in Hempstead. Um, it was a husky. I was a husky. I wore a husky. I know no one is surprised. It was traumatic, the husky. blue check Pierre Cardin husky suit. Holy shit. I looked like a child version of what, like, Telly Savalas wears in Kojak. Um, and I actually watched, a Kojak this week, but I watched a Columbo, and you forget how good it is because the villain the villain was Duke Lavery from General Hospital. So anyone who's my age, give or take, will remember the character Duke Lavery. Ian Buchanan, I believe, is the actor's name. And it's good that I believe that so I don't have to shout it out later in the show like I did the other day. Last show. I can't remember what it was, but I screamed it out like a lunatic when it popped into my head. So yeah, so Ian Buchanan, you can watch like Me TV. You can watch. There's all those like classic TV channels. Um, or you can just fucking look on YouTube. I just feel like TV was much better back in the day. Uh, you know, All in the Family, one of my favorite shows. The Odd Couple is my favorite show. The Odd Couple. And the funny thing is, can two divorced men live together without driving each other crazy? Me and Brian, The Odd Couple. No? Yes. Yes, The Odd Couple. So if I was this happy living with my ex-wife, I'd still be married. Oh, except she had a boyfriend. Yeah, there's that. Anyway, I digress. Um, so let's talk a little bit about the sponsors, the people who make this happen. And I should give a shout out to Bobby and Jacqueline at Paradise, but the sponsors who make this happen. Larry Scott, Pro Gear. Larry has a set right now. Larry's got a fucking set on him, but that's a whole nother story. Damn it! I wanted to send Strong Island the video of me with Lucy, Larry's Larry's dog, and she and I made out. Wasn't my choice, but she shoved her tongue down my throat, and I was in their house. I feel like you don't want to insult anyone. Larry has a set right now of blue Ludwig Vista lights that are priced right. If anyone's looking for a 70s uh, clear blue drum set, he has them priced right. He also has an orange five-piece set and uh, a Vista light and a red uh, mid 80s set of Vista light, and they're pristine. They're beautiful. My ooh, it made like a noise when I scratched my little Charlie Chaplin. Eee. Um, Charlie Chaplin. The My blue Vista lights I got from Larry, Jesus, 10 or 12 years ago, and they're great. Everything he sells, he's a good guy. He does the right thing. You get a good deal, and the only time I screwed up was when I got the Slingerland Jupiter. I didn't take the cymbal stands. I don't know why I can't get this thing in my ear. I didn't take the cymbal stands, and I went back the next day. And I brought him, ironically, even though it's not the next sponsor, I brought him All American Burger. Um, Go Go Granny Racing. She has a horse, Boom Chicka Boom. I just love that name. Uh, Next week, for sure, I am showing the video of the horse being born because it is wild. It is wild. The horse gives birth to a horse, which makes sense. But a horse is big. Even a pony's big. So the horse gives birth. It's crazy. Um, All American. Who doesn't love All American, especially on the 4th? All American. You're not going to, All Italy, I guess Italian, all Italian, all Yiddish would be the, kosher, it's kosher. No, you're not I mean, this is all American, and the line, you know what, the line moves quickly? The fucking line this weekend was insane. Insane in the brain, insane in the membrane. It was crazy, but it moves quickly. They are next door to, perhaps the hidden gem of Long Island. It's not just for breakfast. In fact, I go there often, and it is Marshall's Ice Cream Bar. And I would like a flavor named after me, um, but I don't know what they would call it, and I don't know what should be in it. I think it should have uh, little sprinkles, and it should have a banana, because I'm bananas. But then I'm thinking I'd want it sticking out of the middle of it, like some sort of you know, symbol, with an S, not a C. So yeah, so Marshall's Ice Cream Bar. I went there yesterday, and legit, I actually went there 2 days ago as well. Uh, that is chocolate vanilla in a cone, swirled with rainbow sprinkles, and, uh, and I enjoyed it. I was told that the look on my face was sheer delight. I tried to capture it in a selfie, but I suck at selfies. I'm looking at that ice cream like I'm in love. You know why? Because I'm fucking in love with that ice cream. And because it's the week of the 4th, look at what happens to be behind me. What happens to be behind me is an American flag. God bless America, land that I love. Stand beside her and guide her with the light from the night from above. I don't know. Who used to sing that? Esther Williams. Kate Smith. I'm sorry. No, I think it was Esther Williams. Well, if anyone knows who sang that, uh, maybe I should record that. I'm looking, here's my thought. If I write a Hanukkah song, it'll get played 1 week a year. It'll get played 1 week a year. 8 days, actually. Because I've heard some shitty, shitty Hanukkah songs. If you like the Adam Sandler Hanukkah song, that's great. If that's your if that's your jam, that song fucking sucks. Um, the only good part is O.J. Simpson, not a Jew, but guess who is Hall of Famer Rod Carew. Um, for a guy who doesn't like the song, I do know every word to it. I can't tell you what I had for lunch today, but you name a song and I could sing along to it. I posted a video, and if you're not subscribed to my YouTube page, you are missing out on life because, you know, it's like some people saw the Beatles at Shea. Some people remember where they were when the Challenger blew up. I feel like some people bought Apple stock when it was a startup. There are certain things that you want to just be a part of. Then there's my YouTube channel. So you can check it out. It's youtube.com/at Seth Rock One. Yes. Uh, I still use AOL. Um, so Seth Rock One will forever be my screen name. Seth Rock will be my license plate. Seth Rock. It it half of my tools, all my drum bags that are like 30 years old, all say Seth Rock. Um, I'm glad you people are letting me share. I'm glad you're letting me share. Uh, so before we start talking about the 4th and how people celebrate the 4th in different ways, as a reminder, in order for me to get this on podcast platforms, I have to keep it under an hour. So when I do my bullshit and go to sign off at 58 minutes, it doesn't work because it's still, first of all, I do the Jewish goodbye. So I'm like, oh, and by the way, hey, and did I mention, oh, and my first grade teacher was Mrs. Santoro, and I had Mrs. Toner in second grade. And, it's all like it's what goes on in my head. Twice the left eye, if you bet on that, let me look at the chart. Twice the left eye, none from the right was even. But my eyes are getting much better. No, they're not. No, they're not. Uh, Stevie Wonder. I don't want to be blind, is what I'm saying. I don't want to be blind. Stevie Wonder, and not everyone knows this, Stevie Wonder was an unbelievable drummer. What if someone went in and set up the drums for him and they weren't, never mind, he's blind. So if you move shit around, I don't know. Uh, how do people celebrate the 4th? Can we put up one of these videos of the 4th? Uh, this is yeah, so that was at a private house. We have one more of these fireworks. Oh,
I hate fireworks.
that young lady was complaining about the fireworks being too close to her car. Um, Too close to the car. Come on. Was there, I don't know if there's one more video or if it is, uh, there's, oh yeah. Oh yeah. Okay, so it may be the 6th of July, but I have not grilled this weekend. This needs some kind of wine or something on it. I do like that light keeps fucking going on phantomly. And I have to find the rest of the screws to the smoker. I could be smoking right now. Smoking in the boys' room. We are a house of many barbecues. And you don't get a body like this unless you really like to eat. Be safe, people. And eat. Eat. Please eat. Yes, that is my PSA. Be safe and eat. Eat. Please eat. So, um, like, how do you celebrate? Everyone barbecues, obviously. Most people barbecue. I did the Facebook picture change for the day, and I put up a temporary picture of me, like with a flag superimposed, or I'm behind the flag, or I'm in front of the flag. Look at that. If that doesn't say, uh, "Wow, I am uh, patriotic," I don't know what it says, but fortunately, you don't see that I have no pants on. So sadly, my day usually requires pants. So what do you guys do? Do you change your Facebook picture? Do you post hysterical memes? I saw a great meme, and I should have sent it to them. That's shows a guy in a triangle hat and, a continental soldier, and he's standing across from a red coat, and the red coat says, "Give us your guns, and we're going to tax you." And the colonist says, "Fuck you." So I like that very much. I think that's very funny. Um, very funny. So the storage unit, and this is going to be me. It's going to be like show and tell. I didn't bring down the envelopes because it I'm upset by it. But I mentioned last week that the storage unit I got in Brooklyn belonged to a church. Uh, all these envelopes I'm finding have cash, $3, $5, $10. To these people, that's a lot of money. To the congregants, like they were giving what they could give, and the church was gladly taking it. The Venmo amounts were insane. $100, 120, 150, all random weird numbers. They were big numbers. And I'm like, wow, that is crazy. So um, there was a cease and desist letter from the government telling the woman that she could not use the term doctor. There were all of these. I should cover her name. I don't know how to cover her name. Well, I'll keep it far back, and here I'll cover it with my finger. Uh, so this was among the shit in her office, and it's some fake certificate and a letter from the White House signed by Joseph R. Biden. It's not real. But if you see this hanging in an office from a distance, probably looks very official. It's also in like a $3 frame. I don't give a shit what your political affiliation is. You're not putting that in a $3 frame. You're not. You are not. So she, uh, it just, it was not right. It was not right. And this goes on all the time. The guy who bought the Houston Rockets dome, um, I think it was Joel Osteen. Fucking guy does all right for himself. I know God pays well, but that guy makes some cash, crazy cash. And the I can't think of the guy in New York City, uptown in Harlem, but there's a church up there also where I don't know. Back in the day, Reverend Ike. I don't know. Also, uh, look, even Al Sharpton didn't pay taxes. He owed like hundreds of thousands of dollars. I owe fucking $10 and they take it from my return. I don't know. It's a different world. It's a different world. But the storage units this week, and I think I sent the pics. Um, I was bidding on a Mustang convertible, a red Mustang convertible that my connection at the storage facility told me it was uh, in great shape. Not, I'm pretty sure I sent a pic. I will give them 2 seconds in the studio to see if there's a pic from me. Um, but it was a Mustang convertible that I was bidding on, and at the last minute, the person paid for it, so they kept their car. So that's a good thing. It's a very good thing they kept their car. But I thought I'd have a new Mustang convertible, so I was a little bummed. Um, Obviously, the mannequins were in that church unit. Why? Why are there mannequins in the church unit? Doesn't make sense. now my eyes and nose, and I feel a scratchy throat. I'm a mess. I'm a mess, people. I'm a mess. So uh, maybe I didn't send those pics. I thought I sent them. But yeah, so it's just you're supposed to bid on what you see with a car. And I'll tell you, out east, all the storage places have cars, uh, have units. It's a 20 by 10. It's big enough for a car. I actually have a few auctions right now that are me bidding on cars. With that said, if anyone knows someone who wants an '89 Lincoln Mark 7 LSC, I have one for sale. I also have Brian as a '77 Eldorado Biarritz with T-tops. Very few had T-tops. Car is beautiful. Triple black, beautiful. The Lincoln LSC is white with a red interior. Shameless plug. Uh, I have Cadillac in the mid '90s made a touring Fleetwood Brougham that had a Corvette engine, the LT1 engine. I have a '96 Caddy Fleetwood Brougham four-door with the LT1 Corvette engine, very low miles. I'm looking for 15 grand for that. Uh, the Eldorado, Brian wants, I think, 22, and the Lincoln, uh, we'd take 12K on that. So see now I'm giving my shameless plugs, but I do want to. I'm curious. People should send me how they celebrate the Fourth because I am super curious. Uh, I feel like like Jews on Christmas go to Chinese food in the movies. So I'm curious what different people do for the Fourth. Um, Shoot me a message. Let me know. And this way I could talk about it next week. I want to thank Strong Island Television for uh, for making this possible. Uh, Jacqueline, Bobby, it's great. Bobby just did a new studio. If you have a more serious show, maybe a news show, a sports show, he has a great studio for that, and it's new. Um, I want to thank my usual sponsors and my family and friends for being my family and friends. Next Wednesday, we will be at Kitty O'Hara's in Baldwin, live karaoke. We will be broadcasting from the deck area, from the deck area, because we learned our lesson at the cruise. So I'm not sure why I keep looking. There's a light over there that's very distracting. You see that? Watch what happens. Because I'm a grown up. Again, guys, have a great week. And let me know how you celebrated the Fourth. And I will see you guys next Wednesday night at 10 p.m. for the happy hour with Seth.